Welcome back to Jude's place. You'll have so much fun at Jude's place. Come on, sit right down, it's Jude's place. Ask me how do I feel. Ask me now that we're cozy and clinging. Well, all I can say, if I was a bell, I'd be ringing. From the moment we kissed tonight, that's the way that I've just to behave. Boy, if I were a lamp, I'd light, and if I were a banner, I'd wave. Ask me how do I feel, little me with my quiet upbringing. Well, sir, all I can say is if I were a gate, I'd be swinging. And if I were a watch, I'd start popping my springs. Or if I were a bell, I go ding dong, ding dong, ding. Ask me how do I feel. Ask me now that we're cozy and clinging. Well, sir, all I can say is if I were a bell, I'd be ringing. From the moment we kissed tonight, that's just the way that I've got to behave, boy. If I were a lamp, I'd lose, and if I was a banner, I'd wave. Ask me how do I feel, little me with my quiet upbringing. Well, sir, oh, if I was a gate, I'd be swinging. And if I were a watch, I'd stop popping my springs. If I were a bell, I'd go ding dong, ding dong, ding. Ask me how do I feel from this chemistry lesson I'm learning. Well, sir, if I could say, if I were a bridge, I'd be burning. Yes, I knew my morale would crack from the wonderful way that you look. Or if I were a duck, I would quack. And if I was a goose, I'd be cooked. Ask me how do I feel? Ask me now that we're fondly caressing. Pal, if I were a salad, I know now I'd be splashing my dressing. Ask me how to describe this whole beautiful thing. Ooh, I were a bell. I said if I
Hello and welcome to another episode of Live from Jude's Place. You find yourself at the very epicenter, the core, the stomach of Live from Jude's Place here in New Orleans. Can't you tell? I am accompanied today. I am sitting with my fantastic chocolate lab, Franklin. He who is snoring quietly next to me. Aretha's on the other sofa, but she can't be asked to come over and show herself. Anyway, that was, of course, If I Were a Belle from the magnificent musical Guys and Dolls. Ryan Hanseler again on the piano, the very one you see behind me. I don't know if you're a movie buff. I'm a movie buff. I watch TCM religiously. I love it so much. And I love the movie version of Guys and Dolls. Yes, Marlon Brando, Frank Sinatra, Gene Simmons. I mean, it's incredible. And I've just been reading a biography about Marlon Brando, and it talks about how pissed off Frank Sinatra was that he didn't get the role of Sky Masterson and ended up being Nathan Detroit, which in my opinion is actually the better role. And I remember the first time I saw that movie and thought, well, all the great songs are being sung by Frank. Well, actually, in the stage production, it turns out, Nathan Detroit is meant to be this kind of, you know, Brooklyn type, yo, yeah, kind of character. It's a comedic role. Frank Sinatra made sure that he wasn't going to be outdone by Marlon Brando, who had the lead role. He made sure that every one of his songs ended up sounding like it was one of his Capitol Records, Nelson Riddle classics. So that's why every song he sings from that performance, from the movie, sounds like it's just velvet. That's the man for you. Well, this is my environment. This is my music room, and I've loved arranging all the songs in here with the Gentlemen Callers for the upcoming album. I've loved prepping and playing live for Jude's Place, Live from Jude's Place. I've loved working in here. It's really conducive to being incredibly creative. But here's the interesting thing about doing stuff live. Sometimes the rehearsals are better than the live performance. You know, just because you're more relaxed, because it's the first time that you've tried it. And so as Matt Mindlin, who's behind the camera here today with me, as we were looking through all the stuff and collating and seeing what I'd done, what I haven't done, I came across this just earlier today, this rehearsal of an amazing song, Love for Sale. Could there be a hipper song about being a prostitute? I don't think so. But this is the rehearsal for it. I want to share this with you. It's a little bit off the wall, but see what you think. Take it away.
2, 3, and love for sale. Advertising young love for sale. Love that's fresh and still unspoiled. Love that's only and is slightly soiled. Love for sale. Who will buy? Who would like to sample my supply? Who's prepared to pay the price for a trip to paradise? Love for sale. Let the poets pipe of love in their childish way. I know every type of love, better off than they. If you want the thrill of love, I've been through the mill of love. Oh, love, you love every love but a true love, love for sale. Advertising young love for sale. If you want to buy my wares, follow me and climb the stairs. Love for sale.
obviously there were no other women in the room the day that we were rehearsing and performing that song. Why, you ask? Why? Well, because if there had been a woman in the room, she would have said to me, Judith, your hair looks mad. It's sticking up in the back like a mad thing. Now, I can say that before you go all woke on me. I can use the word mad because I am mentally unhinged, so I'm allowed to say that. The hair was mad. There's all those men in the room. They don't care. They're just thinking about music or themselves in the mirrors. And nobody has got the arse to say, Jude. Yeah. Anyway, Matt, if you'd been there, you'd have said it because you've got the eye. Anyway, so that was a little bit of a fly on the wall situation, as you can tell, of us just getting it together in the first place. Short and sweet, but there was something magical about that rehearsal. Next, I'm going to go back to a pre-record that I did. You saw the first of it last week with the most beautiful cellist, Gabriella Swallow, who's in from London. We did a few songs together, and so I decided I'd pre-record a couple for the next few weeks. This is another great American songbook classic. It's been covered by the Mamas and the Papas, so many people, but the first sort of pop hit that was made of it was by Ella Fitzgerald, of course. It is the gorgeous Dream a Little Dream of Me. 1, 2, 3. Stars shining bright above you, night breezes seem to whisper I love you, birds singing in that sycamore tree, dream a little dream of me. Say nighty night and kiss me. Just hold me tight and tell me you'll miss me while I'm alone and blue as can be. Dream a little dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on, dear, still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear, just saying this. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you, sweet dreams that leave all worries behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream. Dream a little dream of me. Ooh, of me. Heavenly, truly heavenly. It's a heavenly moment. The rain has stopped. Now the sky is still grey. We're in New Orleans. It rains in a kind of biblical Old Testament way, and it just did during that song, and then it stopped. Why? Because the beauty of the cello. That's what I like to think. Anyway, that's what I'm telling myself. Why, I hear you ask, is it that the cello, I know exactly what you're going to say. Why is it so moving? Why? People say it's the closest thing to the human voice. Not every human voice, let's be honest, some are hideous. But it has this resonance, this human resonance that gets straight in to the soul. It's remarkable. And then when you're Gabriella Swallow and you play like that, well then, you know, it's all over. It's incredible. You'll be hearing a lot more from her with me when I go back to Europe, to London, which I will be doing in a couple of weeks. So you'll be seeing a lot of stuff from the other side of the world shortly. But I'm so thrilled that she's out on the road with Hiromi. I'm so happy that I got together with her and saw her after what feels like has been a very long time during COVID. So that was fantastic to do that. Now we're at the last song, and what can I tell you? It is yet another premiere. Yes, premiere. From the Paris show, joined again by the full Gentleman Callers, and it's a song written by a truly remarkable woman. Most people will not know anything about her. Mary Lou Williams, arranger, composer, writer, singer, pianist, conductor. She was a remarkable, accomplished musician, and yet the name doesn't ring many bells with many people. She wrote this hit, this song that you're going to see next, and that is Satchel Mouth, made famous by Nat King Cole. But I love it so much more knowing, although you can't get better than Nat King Cole, believe me, I recorded a whole album at Capitol Records on his piano, replete with the burn marks at the end of the keyboard. Believe me, I bow down to that amazing man. But knowing that it was written by a woman, about women watching a really cute man walking down the road and heart thumping deeply for him, having a bit of lust. I love that. As you know, that's what this upcoming record's all about, is that flip, the twist, the joy of being a live sexual woman. Watch out in America. So I'm going to end this show with Satchel Mouth, baby, joined again by the complete lineup of Gentleman Callers. That is David Torkanowski on the piano, Pedro Segundo on drums, Lex Warshawski on double bass, Dave Blenkhorn on guitar, and of course the fabulous Mr. Kevin Lewis on cornet. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of your Wednesday with me. Join me again next week for, well, there'll be some fresh and unusual things, perhaps even from this room. Until then, I'm Judith Owen. Yes, I am the hostess with the mostest love of yellow, saying thank you for joining me on Live from Jude's Place. Take care. See you next week.
Set your mouth, baby. We could have a lot of fun, because you are the cutest one. You're so neat, sweet. Walking down the street, all the ladies holler, they all holler. You are the cutest one. It's so heavenly, what a break for me. Baby, can't you see I'm in love, love, love. Such a mouth, baby. We could have a lot of fun, because you are the cutest one. You are the cutest one. You are the cutest one. cutest one. You're so sweet, neat. Walking down the street, all the ladies holler, make a holler. You are the cutest one. It's so heavenly, what a break for me. Baby, can't you see I'm in love, love, love. Settle down, baby. We could have a lot of fun, because you are the cutest one. You are the cutest one.